let's start this from the beginning, all right?
Yeah.
So you said you encourage men not to get married. Is that the opinion both of you guys have?
Yeah, there's very few situations where you should marry.
You're better off being single.
Yeah.
Honestly.
All right, so you want to just give us the bullet points. I know we've talked about it quite a bit,
Yeah,
but
sure.
let's go through it now just to start from the beginning. Why shouldn't men get married?
Well, a big reason why is because marriage is a traditional thing, and a lot of women aren't traditional. Let's be honest. I'm just gonna have to say things that might offend people. Women are more promiscuous than they've ever been.
Yep.
You're going to have to train a lot of bad habits out of your girlfriend and or wife to make her a suitable candidate to be your long-term partner to raise children. Because the problem is this. Society nowadays, you got this rap music, you got city girls teaching girls all this other stuff. These are bad habits, not conducive to a good long-term girlfriend and or wife of your child. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Last thing you want is your son to be walking down the playground and be like, hey, dude, I saw your mom's butt on OnlyFans. That's terrible. You know what I'm saying? And Lana Rhodes is dealing with the consequences of that right now for poor decisions in the past. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. So women are more promiscuous now. They don't want to follow male leadership. They don't want to adhere to traditional traits, but they expect you to adhere to all your masculine traditional traits. So it's a bad trade for you a lot of the time. And not only that, why would you sign a contract with someone that's incentivized to break it?
Yeah.
And you they break that contract, they get half your stuff.
Exactly. And not only that, most women marry up. So by default, more than likely, whatever woman you deal with is going to make less money than you. So, and not only that, but when she's married, that's when the sexless marriages start. That was when the disrespect begins or whatever. So it's not in a man's best interest to get married in today's state because a lot of women are not fit wives, to be honest.
Tim, I was actually married before, right? So I'm speaking from my personal opinion as well as being married. But I'll say this. Regarding marriage, there was no benefit for me being in that marriage versus not being in that marriage. So when I was single, dating the same girl, I had the same benefits. But now being married, I involved the state into my life. So if I want to leave, I ask permission to leave, and guess what? They're gonna take a portion. If I want to do certain things, so I'm just saying regarding marriage itself, what's the benefit for men? Honestly, not much other than having kids. And even then, it's kind of okay, you could have kids without marriage. My thing is, look, I'd rather go to Colombia, find a nice chick over there, marry her, and come out to the U.S.
And real talk. Here's another thing too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it as well.
Yeah.
More than likely, if you marry a woman in today's day and age, she's gonna have a past. Okay, women want a man with a future, but a man does not want a woman that has a past. But the problem is that if I say I don't want a past, that's considered misogynistic, toxic, whatever. But no, I'm taking a huge risk by marrying you and having children with you. So I need to make sure, just like you want me to be able to provide for the family, that you're going to be a dutiful wife and not embarrass me and the family. Because when women cheat, there's serious negative consequences to it that can destroy a family, get pregnant by another man, whatever it is. It just doesn't work. So a lot, if you're going to get married, you're going to want a woman that has a lower notch count. Men are literally designed to want a woman that has a lower notch count. Are you going to find that in the West? Very tough, man.
I just add to
Very
that
tough.
point as well. So when I married this chick, right, she was a single mom, just when I first came to America. And, at the beginning it was cool, rosy, everything was cool. But then it started getting into demanding. Okay, you know what? Spend more time with my kid. I need to do these things, whatever. And I was like, you know what? This wasn't part of our agreement at the beginning. It was us helping each other out, whatever. The point here is that they can now exert more boundaries on you and demands on you. And because you're in that situation, it's kind of okay, this is my wife. I should do this because if I don't, she might leave me. And the fear of her leaving me is very, very powerful because now I might lose half my stuff. That being said, I left her because I knew going forward, if I stayed any longer, I could be held liable for a lot of things, like maybe child support, maybe even, having to pay alimony. So I got out as fast as possible under that year. But I'm saying most guys, they hey, you know what? I'll stick with her, I'll do with the bull crap, whatever. And then they get finessed because they have to pay all that stuff they got to pay. So
cheaper to keep her. That terrible quote. And one last thing I want to say, because I know that the feminists might get mad at me, whatever, for me saying that.
Right.
That men want
the
a woman.
get mad.
Yeah, they already send me death threats every day, so it is what it is. So I'll just go all the way. The thing is this: female promiscuity does have consequences. It's just that we don't tell women this because we don't want to tell them the truth, right? When you lie, women buy. Go ahead, girl, do your thing. All I'm saying is that if you're going to marry a woman, her past does matter for you as a guy. And there's studies that show this, that the more partners a woman has, the lower her ability to probably have to pair bond with you and or have a marriage that's going to last. It has significant consequences if the woman had a promiscuous past. So guys need to be smart and know that if you're going to pick a woman for a long-term relationship to have children with, you got to know what you're doing. And in today's Western culture, women are incentivized to be promiscuous. So it's like, and I shouldn't be admitting this as a guy that you know, dates casually, whatever. But for the women out there that might be watching, or guys that are thinking about getting married, this stuff matters, guys. You need to look at this.
Check out the story we got.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Wife's response to husband's message to lose weight goes viral. She should have given you divorce papers. Here's the story. A guy he posted a video online saying he purposefully bought his wife a dress that was too small for her. He wanted her to lose weight. The response? How sick and disgusting. She should divorce you. She can gorge herself, eat whatever she wants. She owes you nothing. And she gets half your stuff. There you go. What incentive is there? You know what? I'll say this too to all of the women who may get angry about hearing this stuff. If you don't like hearing this, I'm not saying this to say any of it's good or right or anything like that, but now you're hearing what men are thinking and what men are talking about and what men want.
Yeah.
What they'll never say. And there was a Peloton commercial too that got people offended because the guy last Christmas, I think it was, the guy
bought her a treadmill.
He bought her a Peloton,
bike,
which is like a bike.
A bike.
Yeah, a bike. And there was a bunch of rage. Like, are you telling your wife that she needs to lose weight? Blah blah blah. And this just shows the crazy clown world that we're in, where having standards on women is considered misogynistic or awful. You know what I'm saying? And it's all you're simply telling her is, hey, listen, if you want to continue to get this security and provisioning and relationship with me, you need to also perform. There's a burn of performance on men, but there's never a burn of performance on women.
Never.
We have a bunch of social conventions out there that allow women to misbehave, act poorly, be obese, be crass, be annoying, and with zero consequence. If a woman is fat, love your curves, girl.
Hey, wait. Go.
If a woman is rude, it's okay. They just can't handle you. You know, if she's strong and independent, you know what? He has small d energy. He's not worthy of your time. You know, you go, girl. But if a guy's a loser, hey, man, you're a loser. You live with your mom in your basement. You're a dork, whatever.
Yep.
There's negative reinforcement to mistakes made if you're a man. But there's not negative reinforcement for bad female decisions. And the thing is this, who loses? The women lose because they end up single because men select who gets married. Okay.
You want to hear my favorite conspiracy theory?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. You know the Dove Real Beauty campaign? Dove soap, Real Beauty. So they got bigger women, plus size women, fat women for their ad campaigns.
Oh, Victoria's Secret's doing that too.
Yeah. But here's the thing about the Dove Real Beauty campaign, right? So they got like bigger women, plus size women.
Yeah.
All right. You know Ben and Jerry's, obviously.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah. Guess what company? There's one company that owns both. Unilever. So the joke conspiracy theory is that they sell the ice cream to all these women, get them really overweight, and then do commercials saying, you're so beautiful.
Wow.
You keep buying. Because you do these ad campaigns for soap where you got all these super attractive models, and these women who keep eating your ice cream, you know, they're going to be out of shape and feel bad. So you got to make the commercials sound, hey, it's great. But look at this. You get the body positivity movement.
Yeah.
You get all these ads with morbidly obese women that are like at serious risk of health complications. Yeah. It's horrifying. There's nothing like that for men.
None.
There's no man body positivity movement. I mean, maybe like
no male plus size models. I don't see them.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Where's the Men's Fitness magazine with a big fat morbidly obese guy saying like, this actually reminds me of the Sokol Squared hoax guys. You guys know about James Lindsay, Peter Boghossian, Helen Pluckrose? They spoofed a bunch of journals. One of them was fat bodybuilding.
Okay.
I don't know if this got accepted, but the idea was, why is muscle the preferred, bodybuilding? Fat bodybuilding is you should be able to eat a bunch of food, get really, really fat, and that's bodybuilding too. but it doesn't exist.
No.
There's no big ad campaign where it's like a big fat dad bod guy, just sitting there like, I eat a lot of Twinkies.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
And when and it's amazing because like I used the example before, the analogy, like if I walked around in a dress and heels and I said, oh, well, I'm really good at doing this, you should accept me for whatever. It sounded asinine, right? But that's how women sound when they say I make a lot of money and I'm a corporate exec, whatever. Men don't care about that. These are considered masculine traits, no matter how much feminists want to argue with us about it. Like earning money, becoming high-powered, high status, whatever. These are things that men tend to do, and women find attractive in men. They're masculine traits. So if you have them, cool, plus for you, but it's irrelevant towards your sexual market value. And yes, like I said, there's never going to be a body positivity for men because I always say for a man to be attractive to women, he's got to live in a fact-based reality. Men don't get the privilege of living in a Disney fairy tale. I can't tell you how many women I know. It's okay. You'll find a good girl. Don't worry. She'll come your way, blah, blah, blah. No, that's cap. Because that's like me telling a lion, hey, listen, lion, if you just wait, and you'll find that gazelle, man. Don't worry
He'll
about
come
it.
right to you.
He'll come right to you.
yeah.
You just need more time. No, you need to tell that lion what? You need to be stalking your prey. You need to be out at night, hiding in the grass. You might need two of your buddies to help you, whatever it is. And then when they're not looking, you got to jump on them. That's what it takes to get women. You got to reveal unflattering realities about how women really may select to get them. But women get the privilege of saying, I'm going to wait around and the right guy will come, because they get the privilege of being able to believe in Disney fairy tales because they're the gazelle. You can't do that as a man. You're the lion. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to die. You want to get girls, you have to know these unflattering realities with men. And I think that's why this type of content is exploding in popularity. Mm-hmm. We're not just men, but also women, because men are learning what it takes to actually be attractive to women, not being a pushover, not being soft, having these bad boy tendencies, and then women are learning, okay, men actually are different. They want me to be attractive and feminine and submissive, but
Or they're tired of being lied to.
Yeah.
there you go.
And
But real quick, I think this is one of the reasons why feminists get so mad at this stuff. There's I knew this, a friend of mine, his dad was a physicist. We were talking about M theory, quantum physics, the top tier, the unified theory. And I was like, is this real? Is this it? Is the universe this 12-dimensional membrane or whatever this crazy theory is? And he said, there's a lot of problems with it we can't figure out. But you got a lot of scientists who've dedicated 60 years of their lives to this scientific theory, and they will never give that up. So you prove them wrong, and they're like, my whole life was wasted and broken.
It was a lie.
So now you have these women. They're 35. They have good careers. They make six figures. And if you say men have a tendency to not want to date that, they're going to get mad.
Yeah.
They have to get
They
mad.
have to shame you.
You
Yeah.
have to be wrong. You are wrong. It's not true. I did everything right. I know you did. I know you did what they told you to do. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying you look at the studies. The tendencies exist. So it's going to be a lot harder for you. Like going to college, not a good idea. And all these kids were like, but I was told to go to college. I did exactly what I was told. Great. Now you're massively in debt. You can't get a job. Just
Life
doing
isn't
what
fair.
you're told.
A lot of women that we bring on our show that get mad when we say these types of things, they say, well, that's not fair. And I tell them, life isn't fair. It's not fair that you get to go into a nightclub without paying. It's not fair that there are men that are willing to pay your rent for not doing anything. We had a girl on our show yesterday. She's on unemployment. She's riding around in Rolls Royces and McLarens, and she went to Vegas today.
Yep.
An unemployed man would never be able to do that. Why? But she's young and attractive, and she's a woman. So there's privileges on both sides. And unfortunately, ladies, some of the things that men can do, you can't.
Oh, dude, like growing up, how many guys did you know that became homeless? How many women did you know that became homeless?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not saying it's absolute. There's obviously
It's true.
homeless women.
75%.
But I think 1 in 5 homeless people are women.
Yeah.
Some it's really, really low because women can just find a guy and live with him.
Yeah.
It's not absolute. It's not, of course, but suicides overwhelmingly dudes.
Exactly.
I'm
These
curious.
things happen.
Victims of violent crime,
yeah.
men. Because I had a woman one time say, I was like, give me a privilege that women have that men don't, or a right. And she was like, well, you could walk around at night and
Give
not
me
feel
a
scared. And I was like, feeling versus reality are two different things. Men are actually far more prone to be victims of violent crime, which is what you're trying to say.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. If you want to see the full show, come back to this channel, youtube.com/TimcastIRL, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., where you can leave comments and super chat, and we actually will read your comments on the show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you want exclusive members-only content, segments you can't get anywhere else, go to timcast.com, become a member, and we even have full bonus episodes. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.